Happy Advent and hello from Paris, where Marie and I are about to have a little Parisian lunch on the Place des Vosges, the most beautiful 17th century square in Paris. This is not only Paris's first planned residential square, it's probably the one that initiated all of the other residential squares of perfect identical housing throughout Europe. It is a gem dating from the early 17th century, about 1605, and it was commissioned by the French king Henri IV. Henry IV was the king who famously declared that every French family should have chicken at least once a week on a Sunday. He had planned this square to be the setting for his daughter's wedding festivities, but as with most building projects, it wasn't ready on time. Nevertheless, it became wildly popular. Many famous people have lived here over the years. This is the square where Victor Hugo lived, which has seen so many turbulent times in the history of the city and is still standing. Cardinal de Richelieu lived here, Madame de Sévigné lived here. Basically, its residents of the 17th century were a who's who of aristocratic France. It is now no longer known as Place Royale, its original name. It's known as Place des Vosges, and that's for a very strange reason. After the Revolution, no one wanted the name royal attached to anything, so they knew they were going to change the name, and the very first French department that paid their taxes to the new revolutionary government was the Vosges department. And so they named this square Place des Vosges. I'd just like to say, I pay my taxes to France, and I feel at the very least I should get a little side alley in Paris named after me, but so far, no such recognition. Have you spotted anything?
I have. Ceviche.
I love the fact that they brought you a coupe of champagne rather than a flute. I much prefer cubes.
Oh, me too.
It's more glamorous, isn't it?
It's so feminine somehow.
I know, it's so much better. Cheers. I don't want us to leave. It's been amazing being in Paris with you.
Actually, quite like this.
This looks like one of your dishes. This is really Lalande with a flower as well. So pretty. So we're starting with the ceviche.
This is so pretty.
It looks like your food. Your food's already this pretty.
I just love that.
It's gorgeous. We couldn't have gone more French, could we? Marie's got beef tartare, so raw beef with a raw egg. Delicious.
Yeah.
And I've gone for croque monsieur. And honestly, the starter was enough. I'm panicking now.
I'm not.
Well, maybe I'll be able to eat a little bit, actually, because it does look pretty delicious. This lunch is not us being indulgent. It is absolutely a key strategic lunch, because we're going to spend the entire afternoon food shopping for Christmas. We must not go hungry, or we'll end up buying too much. We are literally saving money with every mouthful.
It's so good.
Should we just nap all afternoon instead of going shopping? Well, that was delicious, but I'm not convinced we should have had champagne and white wine.
I feel great.
You look great, but you also look a bit floaty.
I am floating. Now, what next?
Oh my goodness, hang on. Did you just see what happened? Did you see Marilyn Monroe? Keep going.
Yes.
She turned into Einstein.
Einstein.
That's so crazy. Well, yeah.
Didn't know they were.
Well, look at that. The celebration of the great human attributes, beauty and intellect.
Did they even do that?
Oh my goodness, everything's so pretty around here. So that must be what each of these buildings is like, with a little courtyard inside. We're having a lot of fun looking in all the windows of the galleries. And actually, I know, it's so good, isn't it? Oh, look at the Delft vases as well.
Imagine something like that instead of windsummer. Or like that lion over.
I would go for the lion.
Yeah.
He's great.
Oh, wow.
We are effectively in the world's first covered shopping mall because the king decided that this entire square should have these arcades going around it so that the aristocrats of the day could shop without getting wet in the rain. Today's a perfect example of that. And sullying their shoes or their wigs. Today we're using the arcade to keep Marie's curls intact. Do you see what we're under? It's an umbrella for two.
Yeah.
Because Marie has just bought her third umbrella of the holiday because we didn't bring either of the two umbrellas that Marie bought yesterday.
Yes. And I don't like to get wet, so...
I don't mind getting wet, which is why I don't have an umbrella.
But then you are.
Happy to snuggle under yours.
Yeah, exactly.
The saga of the umbrellas continues. And now Marie and Philip are both carrying two-person umbrellas, meaning I don't need to carry an umbrella at all because I'm always in the perfect Stephanie-shaped Venn diagram in the middle. We have started our food shopping. We've come to Montmartre for it. And we're about to go into À la Mère de Famille, Paris's oldest chocolate shop, founded in 1761 during the reign of King Louis XV. They still make a lot of the original 18th century sweets. They still use traditional recipes and traditional products. All of their almonds still come from Provence. All of their honey is from French apiaries. The current shop front dates from 1875, where it had a revamp, and it's now actually a historic monument. So now it's a perfect example of 19th century commercial architecture in the heart of Montmartre. And far more importantly, everything is super delicious. Oh my goodness, what are we going to start with? There is nowhere in the world I would rather come to get our Christmas confectionery. Ooh, look at the hamper. And I actually know about this shop because somebody a couple of years ago very kindly sent us a huge hamper of their chocolates. And I hadn't known about them before, but the chocolates were so delicious I couldn't stop eating them. And I looked up the company and discovered all of this history behind it. Oh, this is an extraordinary chocolate box cover. It's actually lots of mothers and children. At first glance, I thought it was something else. But it's a special one by Louise Bourgeois, a play on the name of the shop, À la Mère de Famille, the mother of the family. I can see you've already started with the basket. You've started as you mean to go on.
Yeah, well, this is a great Christmas gift.
Who's it for?
It's a secret, isn't it?
Is it for you? Midnight mass and then a bit of that?
I wish.
These are the Calisson decks. And actually, Philip, didn't you want to make a Christmas tree with these? Do you remember? You saw a whole beautiful Christmas tree made out of them. And these are the things I was mentioning, still made with almonds from Provence.
You can tell me how to use some edible glue.
You're going to have to buy her some chocolate after that. Yeah. And these would have been sold in this shop in the 18th century. This is a very old-fashioned marzipan sweet.
They're pretty. I mean, obviously not for me, but very.
They look really good, actually. I wouldn't mind some of those. Oh, and they're beautiful.
They're gorgeous.
The packaging is so delightful that I don't know whether I'm more excited about the boxes or the chocolates. They have these really original boxes as well. Ooh, Madagascan truffles. Each type of chocolate comes in a different sort of packaging. I like these ones as well, with some knight in shining armour on the front. Philip just spotted the hazelnuts of the hedgehog.
Let's go to Paris for Christmas this year. Let's go to Paris for Christmas this year. We'll stroll down Champs-Élysées, wishing our troubles away. Let's go to Paris for Christmas this year.
Back in a taxi with quite a few bags. Yes. But we're not showing what's inside because that's Christmas surprises.
I bought something for now.
Did you?
Something
Yes.
for other people.
I bought something for
didn't know you
now.
got something for now. You're so much cleverer than I was.
Thank you so much.
But I might wait for Cedric Grolet.
Yes, we're heading to Cedric Grolet because Marie follows him on Instagram. So we thought we would go from something in Paris that has been selling food, deliciousness, nibbles since 1761 to someone who's a new Instagram influencer that everyone's talking about now. So we tried the whole gamut of historic eating from the past to the present in Paris. We just noticed that they threw free little sweeties into our bags. This just levelled up our taxi ride. We are taking one of his Saint-Honoré cakes back home to Lalande. Apparently it can last 2 days. So that's coming home with us. We're also getting one little individual flower each. One for me, one for Marie. Marie's having chocolate and I'm having the passion. Merci beaucoup. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this. Look, you can even see see them making them. It's incredible.
Thank you.
Bye. Happy?
Yes, very happy.
How long have you been following him?
Oh, like for at least a year.
So finally you're going to get to taste one of his little flowers.
We will, yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Whilst we were in the patisserie, Philip's been doing last minute spotted Christmas shopping in this amazing bookshop. I've just been delighted by these. Look at the little garden shed, and then what's this one? Oh my goodness, it's an alleyway. The bookshop, little cafe in the back. And then, oh, is that a train station? Or tram stop? Ah, and it's the Shakespeare bookshop here in Paris. The one opposite Notre Dame. My goodness, they are delightful. That's Paris food shopping for Christmas. We're weighed down with food. We don't think we can carry anything else, so we're going to go back to the car and start our drive back to Lalande to see everyone there this evening, because my aunt and uncle are arriving today for Christmas. Oh, it's the umbrella hailing method of taxi. Fantastic. Oh, and it worked. Philip has found a wedding ring on the street, which you're now wearing to keep safe.
Yes, I don't want to lose it.
And we're on our way to the police to hand it in. But we're wondering, how does that happen?
Well, one, someone's having an affair, take the wedding ring off, have it in their pocket, and lose it.
That's a
one.
bad option.
Two, they have an argument, and they're like, fine, and just take the ring off.
Have your ring back.
Exactly.
Throw it on the floor.
Three,
I think that because it's very cold weather, your
yes.
hands start to shrink. You got gloves on, pull your gloves off, ring comes out with it.
but there was no
It's
glove.
possible.
Four,
Someone tried to steal it.
Here we are. This is apparently where we have to hand it in.
really? Is this open? Are you sure?
Well, it said it was open 24 hours, but it doesn't look very open. So, there's someone over there.
Ring it.
Well, the police officer seemed a bit bewildered that we handed it in, and he said, well, no one's going to collect it. We're like, well, they might. I mean, it was only dropped about 30 seconds from here. So we've left it with them. If you've lost a wedding ring somewhere in Paris, worth checking in the police station. Well, this is good news. We weren't sure that the cake would fit in our little car fridge, but it fits. Can we get the other two in as well? Fabulous.
Meant to be. Now, we hope Philip's driving is excellent tonight.
I think someone wants to walk to the bed.
Woohoo! Home sweet home, and yeah, that's their car. Tati, Ned and Stephen are here. And look at Marie's wreath. Gosh, it's
really,
good to be
really
home.
nice.
And Marie's still in his workshop. Look at that shirt. Isn't that you are
shirt
ready for
works,
Christmas.
But the interior,
The interior stopped working. Oh dear.
Scrooge,
Is that since? Oh no.
being given a job,
Shucking oysters.
shucking like 48.
There's got to be some sort of,
No.
you know, an oyster shucker's shucking. So
wouldn't
there's got to
do
be
it.
some sort of thing like that.
Yes, I'm not a pheasant plucker, I'm a pheasant plugger's son. And now I'm only plucking pheasants that will have pheasant. I almost got there. Done.
Okay, now we need to, by tomorrow we want one about oyster shucking.
Yeah, to work one out.
The time has come. Marie and I are going to gingerly try and get this onto the cake platter. But how we do? Shall I get a thingy?
I'm gonna get a thing.
Okay, a thingy. Oh my god,
Are you trusting this situation?
Do I look trust? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Okay, we've done it. We've done it. Except for tiny losses there, but
Yeah.
nothing serious. I'll see if I can put those bits back on.
Yay. Nothing's wrong with a bit of re-gluing.
There we go. Another fatter bit here.
We have
Glue
to
that
enjoy this
right in
pastry. Yeah,
We're missing one profiterole.
I think that's
Voila,
fair.
there's our profiter hole, we call it.
It's such a beautiful piping.
beautiful?
Yeah, I love it. Okay.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Oh my god. Le Saint-Honoré, new style.
Amazing.
Vanilla cream will be the taste. Qu'est-ce que tu fais?
We've got two tiny little extra cakes. One is chocolate and one is passion flower and coconut, I think. So that we can just get different tastes as well. Basically, we clean them out.
Where did this come from?
And then Marie's going to be doing all this next year.
This is
Is this right?
You know, you said that we should get the little fridge for the Porsche.
Yes.
And that's how we got them back.
Yay.
But Marie's going to learn how to make this now. is she?
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
It looks
Oh, yeah.
attractive.
dans la famille, hein.
Wow.
Je te l'ai dit, c'est délicieux. Absolument délicieux.
That's the
No.
Plotsman Jetson. No, can't just the Plotsman Jetson.
Oh, that does look good. Is it good? Have you?
Amazing. What do you say? It's very smooth.
I love the way you're just shaking your head, Marie, like very serious. It's so many layers, starting with literally so many layers because it's millefeuille at the very base. You look gorgeous together. Life is as it should be once more.
Let's go. There's a poo in there.
It's got to come out. Night night, je t'aime, Tatinette.
À demain.
See you tomorrow for the first day of Christmas.
Let's go to Paris.